Singer Bob Marley, his reggae music known far beyond its roots in Jamaica, died in a Miami hospital today after a long battle against cancer. Bob Marley was 36 years old.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago.
The Jimi Hendrix experience is over. The acid rock musician died today in a London hospital, apparently from an overdose of drugs.
Disney star Cameron Boyce died Saturday. His family says his death was caused by a, quote, ongoing medical condition. Boyce was 20 years old.
We begin tonight with the sudden and very tragic death sending shockwaves across the country. Actor Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43 following a private 4-year battle with colon cancer.
Good evening. Louis Armstrong died this morning at his home in New York in his sleep. He was 71, and although he had been quite sick earlier this year, his death was unexpected. Armstrong was one of the greatest musicians in the history of jazz, a legendary entertainer, and a man of incomparable cheerfulness and goodwill.
Peanuts creator Charles Schulz has died as his final comic strip was being delivered to homes across America. Schulz died in his sleep Saturday night at his home in Santa Rosa, California. The 77-year-old cartoonist had been battling colon cancer.
Australian crocodile hunter Steve Irwin has died during a diving expedition near Port Douglas in Australia.
Well, it's reported the environmentalist was killed after being stabbed by a stingray barb in the chest while filming an underwater documentary on the Great Barrier Reef. Steve Irwin, who owned and ran the Australia Zoo with his family, shot to international fame with his Crocodile Hunter television series and films.
Alan Rickman. He has died at the age of 69 from cancer. We've just had it confirmed from his family as well. Alan Rickman, the British actor, has died.
We're going to turn now to a major loss in the music world tonight. The gifted singer Amy Winehouse found dead in her London home. She was just 27.
Get straight to the breaking news overnight. That fatal shooting of a popular young singer after a concert.
You may recognize her. This is Christina Grimmie. She's a star of YouTube and reality TV. After this performance in Orlando overnight, she was greeting her fans when a man pulled out a gun and shot her.
The shooter was then tackled by Grimmie's own brother, and then he shot himself.
A member of the Orlando Police Department saying that brother is a hero for preventing further tragedy. But the big question this morning is why? What was the motive? And ABC's Adrienne Bankert is on the story for us this morning. Hi.
Our live now from Fox Studios. According to our content partners over at TMZ, we are learning this Monday morning that Tito Jackson, the brother of Michael Jackson and co-founder of the Jackson 5, has died. Tito's 3 sons, Taj, TJ, and Terrell, did confirm his passing in a joint Instagram statement, saying they were all shocked and saddened, while describing their dad as someone who cared about everyone and will be deeply missed.
Marie Presley, the only child of Elvis Presley, passed away after being rushed to the hospital. Mourners have been leaving flowers at the gates of Graceland. There you see it right there. Where just this past Sunday, the singer celebrated what would have been her father's 88th birthday.
With somber news from Buckingham Palace, Queen Elizabeth II has died at the age of 96. She was, of course, a symbol of strength and resolve for generations. She was an influential global presence for decades and, of course, Britain's longest ruling monarch.
Because there are reports that the singer and pop culture icon Michael Jackson has died.
He was 50 years old, the cause cardiac arrest. He was rushed to the hospital in Los Angeles this afternoon after apparently suffering a heart attack. The reports that he has died are coming from the Los Angeles Times and from other organizations that cover entertainment news.
We're coming on the air because the Associated Press is reporting beloved actress and comedian Betty White has died, just weeks ahead of what would have been her 100th birthday.
For all the viewers joining us at now 1 a.m. Eastern Time, New York time in the United States, we have all evening long been covering an unfolding story that took a very, very tragic turn, with confirmation from Buckingham Palace tonight that the world has lost Princess Diana at age 36.
He was shot late this evening in front of his apartment building in New York City. Apparently, he was killed almost immediately. The man who shot John Lennon walked up to the musician as he was leaving his limousine. According to eyewitnesses, he said, "Mr. Lennon," and then fired at him point blank at least 5 times. Standing by now in New York with more details is ABC's Lynn Scher.
We interrupt this program for a special news bulletin. 3 young singers who soared to the heights of show business on the current rock and roll craze were killed today in the crash of a light plane in an Iowa snow flurry. The singers were identified as Richie Valens, 17, Buddy Holly, 22, and J.P. Richardson, known professionally as the Big Bopper. The aircraft, chartered from the Dwyer Flying Service, crashed near Mason City, ironically the setting for the prominent musical The Music Man. The pilot, Roger Peterson of Clear Lake, Iowa, was also killed. The 3 singers had appeared at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa last night and were on their way to Fargo, North Dakota. Their small chartered plane crashed in a lonely farmyard about 15 miles northwest of Mason City. Cause of the crash was due to inclement weather conditions. Details upcoming from Action Central News.
Well, TV pitchman Billy Mays has died at the age of 50. Mays, who was well known for his shouting OxyClean ads, died at his Tampa, Florida home yesterday morning. It is still unclear what caused Mays' death, but according to some reports, Mays was on a U.S. Airways flight that had a hard landing when it arrived in Tampa from Philadelphia. Now, U.S. Airways says it has no reports of passenger injuries from the flight in question. Mays was a spokesman for Orange Glow and detergent OxyClean. He had also appeared in commercials for other products and was featured on the Discovery Channel's reality show Pitchmen.
Elvis Presley died today. He was 42. Apparently it was a heart attack. He was found at his home in Memphis, not breathing. His road manager tried to revive him. He failed. A hospital tried to revive him. It failed. His doctor pronounced him dead at 3 o'clock this afternoon.
Legendary Marvel Comics co-creator and publisher Stan Lee has died. Christopher Martinez has more on his storied career.
One of the biggest stars in Tejano music, Corpus Christi's Selena, is dead.
The Duke of Edinburgh has died. The statement says, "It is with deep sorrow that Her Majesty the Queen has announced the death of her beloved husband, His Royal Highness, the Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh."
Breaking news tonight out of Los Angeles, the death of singing star Whitney Houston at the age of 48.
Cobain, the lead singer of the enormously popular rock band Nirvana, is dead. Apparently, he was a suicide at the age of 27.
It is my great dishonor to be the person that says this and breaks this to you on television, but President Donald Trump is announcing on Truth Social, the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead.
The Queen Mother has died peacefully at the age of 101. The announcement from Buckingham Palace said the Queen was at her bedside.
news in today. Joe Jackson, the patriarch of the Jackson family, has died. He was 89 years old.
Freddie Mercury, the flamboyant frontman of the veteran British band Queen, died Sunday in his West London mansion. He died peacefully at age 45 of bronchopneumonia brought on by AIDS.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Monique Braxton reporting for NBC News. We have some sad news to report to you this morning. That is that 82-year-old Frank Sinatra has died of a heart attack. We're going straight